Hi, my name is Stephen Horner. I'm a course instructor in the business administration program at Trent, and I initially came to Trent as a student in the early 1990s. The book that I picked for Trent Reads is by Eden Robinson, and it's called Monkey Beach. And what I really liked about the book is just that it tells this completely, even though it's fantastic, it's a completely believable story in the details. And I was pulled into the story right from the beginning by the characters and by the storyline. I think it's a perfect book for Trent Reads because it's about a lot of the things that brought me to Trent as an undergraduate student in the 90s, and about some of the things that really, I think, gave Trent a sort of unique identity. It's about the land. It's about the Canadian landscape, in particular about the northwest coast of British Columbia. And it's about the way that land gives people an identity, and the way that sense of place really kind of makes people who they are, and that people have this relationship with the place. And it really describes this land in a really incredible way that for most of us who have never been there, it's really powerfully evocative. So it's also about Aboriginal culture, and it's about traditions, and it's also about contemporary life and the realities of contemporary life, and the way that people balance and live in that world of the tradition and also contemporary life, and in particular about the Haisla people in the village of Kitimat. It's also about, in a way, peeling back the lid on some of the ugly, unsavory aspects of Canadian history, and being able to look at those. And so I see it as a conversation opener to talking about some of the evils of colonialism. But it's never about that. What I really like about the book is the way that it talks about these things. You never get the feeling that the book is just a political platform for the author to advance her agenda, her political agenda. It's a story about characters, but it's just that she can't tell this story about these people without talking about these things. And so it's not just the sort of unsavory aspects of Canadian history. It's also some of the really difficult things about growing up and becoming an adult. It's about family relationships, and it's about relationships with friends, and it's about loss. And I think it's about abuse and different kinds of abuse. And I think it's something that also, for people who have never dealt with these things, it's a view into how they affect someone's life. For people that have lived through those things, it's a way of saying that those things can be talked about. Even if you are not really, if you don't come to Trent being interested in Aboriginal culture, you don't come to Trent being interested in the environment, being interested in the land, it's a great story, and it has fantastic characters, and it will pull you in, and you will read it for the people, and you will read it for the story, and you'll read it to find out what happens. And in the process of doing that, you will encounter all these other things, which you can then talk about in your classes.